Hello there, this is Carlo and welcome yet to another After Effects tutorial, and today we're going to be doing some flyby tracking text, and what I mean by that is text basically flying over the camera, or in this case it's going to be coming down here past the camera. So let's give this a go. So I'm going to got my footage in, I've trimmed it down to the way I want. I'm going to come up to animation, I am going to click on track camera, and I'm going to let that part of the program initialize and track my footage. While it's doing, I'm just going to click on render show track points, and I'm just going to wait for it to render the 51 frames that I have in the shot. What I'll do is I'll do this all in real time, guys, very quickly for you guys, and then we can basically go from there. So we are nearly done with the tracking part. Then we need to solve the camera. Yeah, so right, okay, so our camera is now solved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a point in time, right here for instance. I'm going to right click and I'm going to create null and camera, which is right here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to create some text. You can create anything you want, say for instance Carlo Bar Films. And I'm just going to highlight that and just change a few bits on that just to get it a bit decent, shall I say. Let's just scale that down. I'm going to make my text a 3D layer, like so. So we've got a 3D layer. And then simply going to get my tracking data, hit P on the keyboard for position. And then I'm going to click on position, Control C, and then I'm going to click on my text, hit P on there, hit position on there, and Control V, and paste that into that part of the thing. If that makes sense. So I'm simply going to just zoom in and just scale this in, and once this is done, I can let's just change the font text for a minute to something else that's a bit better, so we can see it, and then I can sort of get my rotation tool and just sort of put it how I want. So I can sort of have it like that, or I can have it, oh, let's just get this into position quickly. Let's bring that up. I hate doing this sort of thing. Let's get this right. Let's get it right the way we want. So just fiddle around a bit and get it the way, or the angle, shall I say. Let's go back in so we can get this. Right, that looks a bit better. Haha. Okay, so we can come out of that and just maybe scale that up a bit, like so. Maybe click our rotation and just bring it in just a bit, like so, like that. And now what we have, if we come back out and preview that render, we have our text perfectly tracked, basically to the scene. Go forward. Obviously if the clip was longer, this would fly past the screen. But if we want to do that, what we can do is we can say get this point here, for instance, and because we've already selected or created a camera, we can select this point and create a new null, and then we can get some new text and put a Carlo Bar Presents, for instance. Like so. We'll also make that a 3D layer, and then we'll just position that where we want. or we don't even have to do that. What we can do is we can get that track point that we've just created, or sorry, we can get the this part. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused. Get this point here, this track point here, P on the keyboard, and get position, Control C, and then click on the text that you've just created. Make sure it's the right one. Color bar presents P. Click on position and then Control V to that position, and then we can click scale and just scale it up like so. Obviously make sure it's a 3D layer, and then we're just going to put it in the position we want like so, like that for instance. And then now RAM preview that. Let's go previews, and then that text will sort of like slowly go past the screen like so. But you're sort of not limiting that. As long as you've got the Z-axis, you can sort of push that back as well, or maybe bring it up. It's entirely where you want to place your text, and you can sort of play around with this text as well and bring this up slightly if you wanted to, and then you've got that really cool credits sort of flyby in your scene. Right, so I just go past the screen like this. Yeah. So yeah, that is a very, very quick tip. Now, obviously, because it's attached to the null, we can get color bar presents. We can sort of bring that up if we wanted. Really bring that up. Oh, didn't want to do that. It's gonna be one of them days today, isn't it, guys? Right. We could bring that up on the Y. Like so. We can place this wherever we want because we've got the track point sorted, and then we can sort of bring this maybe over here, and maybe bring this sort of closer to the camera, and you've got that sort of, you know, Superman text flyby scenario.